Hello everyone, welcome to the Pushing Hajan podcast. This is your host Ash. When I think of Chris, his story reminds me that it's never too late to start. He didn't grow up as a runner. He started at 46, overweight, embarrassed, hiding in a park so no one would see him huff and puff. First it was walks with his son, then it became a mile, then another. Brick by brick, he stacked the miles. And look at him now, a 3:35 marathon, a 23-minute PR, and a 50-mile birthday run on the deck. You know what I love most about him? He didn't just change himself, he pulled his people with him. His wife run, his son runs, friends at work run. A goofy group chat turned into a crew because that's what happened when one person takes the first step. The ground shapes everyone around them. If you are on the fence, Chris has a message for you. I will push you over. Start with a walk. Say yes. Keep showing up. It's never too late to rewrite your story. And Chris is a living proof. And in that note, please let me introduce to our guest today. Here is Chris. Hey, Chris. Welcome to the podcast. And I'm sure it's going to be a good conversation.
It should be
I've
interesting,
been
Ash. It should be
I
interesting.
have only known you for a little bit. I have known you via Kevin. He's a good friend of mine. So can you please give a quick introduction about who is Chris?
Who is Chris? Chris is a now over the hill runner at, what am I? I'm a little less than 6 months shy of turning 50. So I'm in New Jersey. I got two kids that are 20 and 17. Been married to my wife, Jenny. I never call her Jenny. I call her Bako. It's her maiden name. I've been calling her that for 30 years. We've been married for 24 years. And yeah, I don't know how I got here, but here I am. I'm like, addicted to running at almost 50.
Or we all are, right? So
It's
your
yeah, it's
story
nuts.
is your story is so fascinating because when I got to know you, you said you have been running for 4 years. So you started pretty late, around 46.
Well,
So
yeah.
what pulled you into running? And then you've been hitting pretty serious speed too. So how did it
I
all
know.
got started for you?
Well, yeah, everybody should start running 10 years shy of collecting Social Security or whatever it is. Started running. Okay. So this is good. Um, so 4 years ago, it was my daughter's birthday. I remember it like yesterday. I'm an early riser, so I had like, I was cooking and blah, blah, blah. So I come walking down the stairs. I had like my drawers on. I had this white t-shirt I was sleeping in, and I'm walking down the stairs of my house, and we have this big mirror at the bottom of the stairs. And I looked over, I'm almost down the stairs, and I was like, "Oh my God, am I fat?" Like I was like fat. And I don't know what it was that day. I don't know what, but I snapped like on myself. I snapped. How did I get like this? Oh my God, this is my, how's my wife with me still? Like, look at this. I look like a bowling pin. Like, it was terrible. And it was one of these moments in my life that actually really sparked change. It was just that, I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was groggy, but me seeing myself in the mirror, and I was an athletic guy my whole life, played tons of sports, was always in shape, and I don't know. I just, how did I get here? How did I get here? And that really, it actually that day spurred on this change. So, and going from there, you know, I didn't know what to do. First of all, I was, what was I, 40? Yeah, 45, 46. And okay, how do I start working out? Like, what do I do? And, I couldn't run. I knew that because I mean, I'm not the tallest guy. I'm like 5'9", but I weighed like 250 pounds, 250 something. So out of shape, like really out of shape. What am I going to
Mhm.
do? And after doing some research, some YouTubing and all that, I settled on that. Like I have to walk. I have to start by walking. And like I let my son in on this, he's 20 now. So he was in high school at this time. And he volunteered. He's like, Dad, I'll walk with you every day. So I mean, we live in a really nice area here. We got parks and trails and all sorts of stuff. So he went with me every day after work, and we walked 2 miles for month and a half. And I put myself, cut back on the junk food. It wasn't perfect, but I watched what I ate, and the pounds started like falling off. And this was after, a month or two of just walking every day. Like every day, though. Rain, cold, hot, didn't matter, And so after that, this is good. I got an Apple Watch at the time, too, because, I'm getting fit now. I needed a tracker.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I got this watch, and I waited till, I think it was pretty late. It was in like the beginning of the summer. And I went to this parking lot. I'm like, I'm going to run, see what happens. So, I'm in shape now. I've been walking. So I actually screenshotted this on my phone. I ran 1 mile in 14 minutes and 13 seconds, and my heart rate was like 185. So, being, probably most runners are listening to this, and you're giggling already. I see you. Pretty sad. So, you know, running, walking, okay, they're definitely different things. But that really is where all this started. I mean, it goes on from there. I got like, this whole, it's the whole thing. Then after that, but I started, I started, I ran a half a mile here. But the thing is, this is the thing. I didn't go in public. There's this park by my house. It's a huge park. There's this like squared off. It's not a turf field, but it's a huge grass area. But it's like wall to wall trees. And I used to run in there because I was embarrassed. Like I was embarrassed what I looked like. I was embarrassed how slow I was going, how out of breath I was. But I used to, run one side of this square, walk the next, run, walk. And I did that until it started getting easier. And then it went from there. I had a friend in town who was a runner, and he asked me to go run with him. I'm like, dude, I'm slow. And he's like, oh, it's okay. I'm like, no, I'm slow. But this is what's good about the running community. He was like, I don't care. I'll run with you. And this guy started running with me. It was a father of like one of my son's friends, and this guy brought me all the way up to mile, 2 mile, gave me tips, brought me to a running shoe store, told me what to wear, and like I'm a runner now. Like it's weird. It's weird. My wife started running with me. My aforementioned son, the walker, he runs now. They both, they run 5Ks, 10Ks, half marathons, and it's like a big family affair now. So, all right, I'm done rambling on that first question. So I'll let you talk now.
But I mean, that's not that bad, you know. That's usually how everybody's heart rate is when you start, though.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
pretty perfectly normal.
you know what, Ash? It's a real story. Like, people
Hmm.
are like, I can't become a runner. You can.
Yeah, you
Like, if
can.
I did that, I mean, I've smoked for 20 years, cigarettes. I was vaping at the time of this thing, and I'm going to let you know a little secret. I still do a little bit. So this is, nobody's perfect. It's just, this is what happened. And, All right. Enough of this origin story. This would have been like a 3 hour Marvel movie. Let's go to the next one.
But that is the beauty about this is, when for a brand new runner, when you start, it's so hard. Like you just said, it's hard. Heart rate is high. Everything hurts. Leg hurts, back hurts, and like I have been over it myself, so I can understand because everything is hurting. Like and it's hard. So, but kudos to you for not giving up and keeping at it.
The physical things you're talking about are true. But the hardest part for me, I mean, I don't care. I love talking about this after a long time. I've had anxiety since before it was cool to have anxiety. I mean, I'm talking about in the early 90s when it wasn't as common now. It wasn't as, you know, everyone has it. It was debilitating. And when I started running, it brought back, I was so embarrassed. And I think for a lot of people, especially someone who was overweight like me, to start this for weight loss, that was harder than the physical for me. It was the
Mhm.
mental. It was the what are people going to think? And, you know, that's why now if I see someone, is probably assuming, but if I see someone out there when I'm running that sparks, okay, they may have just started, make sure to say hi. Even, you know, just because I know how that part was the worst. It takes a lot to step outside that first time, especially if you're conscious of your appearance. Because let's face it, I mean, the world we live in now, it's vain. Like, people just, look at this, look at me. But, if you're a middle aged, heavy guy, huffing and puffing, I didn't want people to see me, which stinks because that probably derails a lot of people from this amazing path that they could get on, and that stinks. So, I mean, the more awareness that you can spread, the more, grabbing someone grabbing someone you see, grabbing someone at a run club that, you think is vulnerable to this. Like, that's one of the best things you can do in this sport is say, listen, what do you need? What do you want me to do for you? Like, you know, you're doing great. Keep going. There's there's a real good in that doing stuff like that, and that's why it, it's one of the my favorite things is getting trying to get people to move. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're 70. I mean, I give my mom shit, and she's 78. So you know,
I totally relate to what you just said
yeah.
because I used to be big and I still have this feeling whenever I go run and I still
Hmm.
have belly
You got
because
things moving
it
around.
yeah
Me
it
too.
does
But
not
you know what? I don't give a shit anymore. Shirt off, tarps off. I mean,
you
a
are
good
great.
example of what I was just talking to was Big Kev, your friend who was just on the podcast.
Mhm.
I didn't know him. He fell into my algorithm on Instagram. I was like, look at this guy. He's a big guy. And wow, he's
Yeah.
fast as shit. And
Oh
he
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
care. And, he's a guy. That's what I said. Reach out to someone. It's the internet. Nobody cares. People are doing all sorts of weird shit on there. Message him, Kev. I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to do this. He'd help you. He'd probably call you. Like, he'll message you. Like, there's people out there and there's inspiring stories. And, like, there's times where, as weird as it sounds, if I had a shitty run or something, I would think, Big Kev's out there. He's hauling ass. Guy weighs 40 pounds more than me. He's not complaining. So, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, the mental side is it's harder than the physical side. I think. And that's
It
just not,
is.
not mental toughness. I'm grinding a mile 20 foot. Not that kind of mental toughness. all the other pressures that come from putting yourself out there, stuff like
I know
that.
that feeling. I know
Yeah,
that feeling. I still feel it. I still feel. I've been running for what 7, 8 years now, and I have run marathons, and still now when I go put on my running short and I go outside and I don't feel comfortable with how
yeah,
I look because it's I know that I want used to be fat. Like I was like big. I'm just not a big guy. Like 5'7", 5'8". I am. I used to be 100 kg, 220 like pounds something,
yeah,
and it's like that.
yeah.
And I have this feeling now like I'm like my legs, my body is toned. It's just the stomach, and I still feel like I'm fat, and
First to
it never
come,
goes
last to
away.
go. That gut.
Yeah, it's just
I have it too. Still, it is what it is. Like, there's bigger problems in the world between me flirting between my extra large and my large tracksmith singlet. That's why I keep both sizes. Problem solved, Ash. That's all you gotta do. Never throw away your fat clothes. My friend Raymond told me that years ago when I started losing weight. Don't throw away them fat clothes. Life happens. You never
yeah,
know. So I was
yeah,
smart. I kept some just in case.
true, true,
Holidays,
true. Oh
gotta
yeah,
eat.
gotta eat. Yeah, gotta eat. It's
Oh my God.
it's
Ash, we're on like question one still.
okay. Okay. So you started when you were 46,
Yeah.
and can you take us through your first marathon that you did? Let's not talk about half marathon or anything because
Yeah.
you did that, but the
Good work.
marathon is the big deal because it's sheer effort for us, like the person who has been overweight, and to get
Mhm.
off that finish line. How was your feeling at that moment when you did it for the first time?
Uh, Life changing. And cliche story, you hear this from everyone, but it must be true because it is. Crossing that finish line, like my son and my wife ran the half. This was at Wineglass in New York, which is a great marathon, by the way, if anybody's Northeast United States. Um, I don't know. You're floating. You're floating. What did I just do? Like, this is unreal. It's all the shit you read about it. It's true. Like, it's numbing. The feeling of accomplishment it's unmatched. It really is. And for most people, probably, man, it makes you want to do it again so fast.
Mhm.
Like it really did. Didn't even Probably didn't take. I probably didn't even get the Gatorade after the race yet. I'm like, which one am I going to run next year? But I did. I ran it with like I think most people should, unless you're a young, super fit person. I ran it with no time expectation. I enjoyed it. So I did listen to people out there, experienced people. Didn't care how long it took. It took me 4 hours and 40 minutes. Beautiful though. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Didn't
for the
bonk.
first marathon. Yeah.
Didn't bonk. I actually had energy. I ran the last 3 miles you know, a lot quicker than I ran the race and loved it. Oh my, obviously I loved it because like you probably know, big races like this, you plan your year around them. It's weird, but you really do because, you know, marathons and it's a half a year of training, almost 3, 4 months of training.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, I mean, the feeling is still every time you cross a marathon finish line, good race, bad race, it's awesome. It's nothing better. It really isn't.
And now you are not happy with the marathons, right? Because for a 50, you are going for 50 kilometers.
No,
So why
I'm going for 50 miles.
50 miles? That's even,
Yeah,
oh God,
I
that's
did
like
a,
80 kilometers.
I did a, no, I mean, if I had to pick my favorite distance, it's probably the marathon.
Mhm.
Um, the training. I mean, I love the training probably more than the race. Like the consistency it brings, the you know, managing stress, managing food, managing sleep, managing time. But ever since the first time, I think it was probably like a year into running where I think I ran like 15 miles. I did it on my birthday, which is in December every year, but I was on this trail. It's like a bike trail that I run most of my runs on. So it's like a gravel, it's like 15 miles long. So you can, it's relatively flat. It's beautiful scenery, this, that. But that first time I ran 15 miles, the accomplishment and all that, man, I was buzzing. But
Mhm.
I love long runs. Like, I don't know if it's because of, like I said, my anxiety issues and the time out there. I mean, not that I don't enjoy running with people, but give me 3 hours, give me, my gels and my hydration. And man, am I happy. Just
Mhm.
being out there, thoughts, figuring stuff out, reflecting, it's so relaxing to me. Like, it's the best. Like, long runs are just always my focus. Every week. Doesn't matter if it's a 10-mile run, a 22-mile. It's just, it's very soothing to me. So,
So, what made you decide to do this
oh,
50?
50
So 50
miles.
miles, yeah, 50 miles,
Why
yes,
would you
50
do
miles.
50 for 50?
Yes. Yeah. What made you do this challenge?
Well, how many times are you going to turn 50? For me, it's just once. I don't know about you.
Everybody just wants.
Like, isn't it a good title? 50 for 50? Like, if
It
I was
is.
famous, this would be like an ESPN, like one of those 30 for
Oh
30s,
yeah.
like 50 for 50. Look at this
Hey,
guy. Um,
you
50
still can.
miles. Well, here's, um, like most people though, what happens after you run your first 5K? Hmm.
You want more?
Could
Yeah.
I run a 10K?
Hmm.
Can I run a half marathon? I did the marathon. I mean, I run four. I did a 50K last year, it wasn't a race, but the trail I was talking about, it was 15, it's like 15.4 miles. I was like, wow, if I ran this and we came back, that's a 50K. So, of
Hmm.
course, me, as my wife would say, she'd probably roll her eyes at this. Hey, hon, I'm going to go run the whole Columbia Trail. She's like, why? I mean, she knows. She's been with me, 30 years, but um, it was actually, there was a little reason behind it. I actually did that on Father's Day last year, which coincidentally was the first Father's Day I had without my father because he passed away the like around December the year before that, and I had mm, you know lots of feelings going on, I should say. Like we were really close, like not just father. He was role model, best friend. Like it took me a long time to recover, and my wife's like, "What do you want to do for Father's Day?" I was like, I kind of just want to, I mean, she knows how running helps me, calms me down, this and that. And that's where I was like, you know what? I'm going to run the entire Columbia Trail for Father's Day and I'm just going to reflect, think about all the, and so my wife and my son, they had a car. They would meet me at, mile 15. One of them would run some miles with me. The other one would drive to the next stop. We had food in the car. We had extra shoes, extra clothes. And it ended up being awesome. Like, it was
Hmm.
awesome. It was like the three of us. I don't want my daughter to listen to this and think I'm ignoring her. She hates running. She's athletic as hell, but she turned into like this little bodybuilder. Like she's 17 and she's like jacked. So
Mhm.
when she listens to this, Cass, I'm not ignoring you. You're just not a runner, and this is a running podcast. So, but yeah, that was my 50K though. But it was like, what do they call, like, self-supported, like, but it ended up being really great. So, but man, 50K, that was long. Like I
Yeah.
got, I was 20 miles in. I was like, this was this was only like 2 months after what I run my first time running Jersey City Marathon, which was the first time I broke 4 hours. So, it was a big deal. Broke 4 hours in a
Yeah.
marathon. I can run a
Yes.
50K. So 20 miles, no problem. We're out there, we're BSing out there, and oh my God, I just crossed the marathon again. Yeah, all right. Man, it started getting hard. And it
Yeah.
got hard. And by mile 31, I was shuffling. Shuffling. Like, so yeah, it's good. It's good to be humbled though. It really was. It
Mhm.
was awesome though. And you know what? The recovery wasn't bad. It was similar to a marathon for me. This wasn't like an ultra where I had 6,000 feet of elevation. It was probably 1,000 total for the whole thing. So it was just about covering the distance. It's about getting out there, and Father's Day. Why not run an ultra? 50th birthday, 50 miles. Let's see.
Basically, yeah.
This is um this is one of those looped events though. To make it really crazy, it's a
Backyard
four
ultra.
it's a 4 mile loop. It's not on a
Mhm.
track. It's like a 4 mile loop around this park. It's in New Jersey, close to Philadelphia though, so it's a little south of me. But yeah, it's 8 hours. They have like this awesome aid station, and like,
Yeah.
50th birthday. Most people go out drinking and dancing. I'm going to drag my family and hopefully some of my close friends. Let's go run for 8 hours. That's a
Yeah.
50th birthday. Whatever.
That's a,
you know, this is where we are, you
yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
and to like we were talking about in the beginning of this, it can happen to you. Don't,
Mhm.
get out the door. 14-minute mile, heart beating out of my chest. It's only been 4 years. It's felt like I've been running for longer than that, but man, you never know what's going to happen. That's what, you tell people, newer people, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I
Mhm.
can't run a 5K. Okay.
Yeah.
I could barely run a mile. Watch what you
Mhm.
ask for. You know, you're going to be on Tracksmith and Bandit's website buying $100 half tights soon. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy, right?
It is.
So,
It is.
yeah.
We were just talking about it, and he said, "You like for the first time you run a kilometer, like a mile,
Yeah.
and here you are. You did a 50 kilometers on Father's Day.
Yeah.
Did you reflect on yourself after that
Oops.
thing was
Sorry,
over?
guys. Yes. You know what? I think it's good to, yeah. I mean, I think one of the great things about getting into this is not just seeing progress of like times getting faster and all that. Like, look at what I think it's more of, I say it all, I do say it to myself a lot. Look what I can do now. And not just, surface of like, oh, look what I can do, not a quote, but oh my God, I can run for 6 hours straight. Tell that guy 4 years ago, you're going to run for 6 hours straight. He would, he would laugh so hard at you. So yeah, I think everybody should do that. You know, whether you've been running 20 years, you've been running 20 weeks, you're going to make progress. Your body, man, our bodies are, they really are. They're the most amazing things. And yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, looking back, I mean, if you don't, yeah, I mean, man, it gives you the warm and fuzzies. And it should, because, this sport does a lot of stuff, not just keep you in shape. I mean, it does a lot of things. And yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing that, newer people or people that don't run, they're, when they look at you like you have three heads, but it's true. I mean, it's true. It could do it could do wonders. Do wonders for your body, do wonders for your soul, do wonders for your mind. It's,
How about bank account?
bank account gets decimated. I mean, how can they come out with so many shoes? There's like six
Uh,
drops every month now. It's killing me. It's like
yeah,
literally killing me. Like, but how do you not want to spend all your
yeah.
money on
Oh,
things like this? They're just gorgeous.
yes.
Like,
Yeah, it
oof.
is. I love the
Ah.
color too.
Yeah, this was the PR show.
Oh,
I never thought I'd like
love
red
it.
shoe, but man, every marathon I've run has been in an Adidas Pro. Three of them in the Pro 3, and the last one on that. I guess I'm a fanboy. That thing, fanboy.
Yeah, it is. It is a
I
thing.
hate their
It is a
clothes though,
thing.
so I'll never be all decked
Yeah,
out. I'll never get sponsored. But what are you gonna do?
yeah. I bought the jacket too. I think their shorts are nicer.
The only Adidas jacket I'm gonna get is when I qualify for Boston.
Okay.
If I qualify,
How
I'm going to.
how far
I
are
know.
you? How far are you off?
I think I have to run a 325, 320,
Mm,
320. I think.
yeah,
Oh, a little
soon,
bit.
soon.
I mean, I do go up in the age bracket soon.
Yeah.
I think I get 5 or 10 minutes from that. So, but it's a work in progress. I'm
Hmm.
not worried about it. If I don't qualify for Boston, I'm not gonna shrivel up. It's not gonna ruin my career, my running career, my illustrious running career. You know, I should be one of those guys who makes a Road to Boston video series. I don't think anyone would watch it, but it'd be like my seven friends.
Whoa.
I don't even have seven
Uh,
friends. But,
I'll watch it, man. I'll watch it if you do
would
it.
you?
If you
I
make it,
got
yeah,
it. You
I'll
know
watch
what? I recently got a GoPro. I only have one like upload on Instagram with it. It
it.
was
Hmm.
funny. It was my two besties from work. Like we'll get on them if you want to talk about like why I love getting
It's
people into running so much. Man,
mhm. Yeah,
it's so
you know
great.
you never know who you inspire along the way. So I said we should do it. Keep doing it.
So these two guys, they were always coworkers, right? I mean,
Hmm.
my wife has run with me because, we're inseparable. So on Strava, when we run together, I always label the run as couples therapy. 'Cause, dad jokes. Got to keep the dad jokes
Yeah.
rolling. So she runs, my son runs, like awesome. Family time doing like your favorite hobby, you can't beat that. But these other two, oh my god. So these two guys, we've we've worked together. The one guy, Irv, we've worked together for a while now, like 9 years. The other guy, he's couple of 2 years in probably at this point. He started working for me. This young, brilliant kid. His name is
Mhm.
Yash, but shy. Like Ash, when I say this kid was shy, I don't think he talked for 6 months when starting at work. He was just one of these. Okay, okay. But he was like eyeballing me on my marathon journey. This was like he started the year. I think I was training for wine glass. I could tell he was watching. Then he started asking a couple questions, and like he started running. I'm like, dude, why don't you run? He started running. Got some nice shoes. Started running. But he was, young. He's probably 24 at the time. He was fast as hell. I was like, dude, you're a runner. Like I see his runs on Strava. He's like, yeah, he's one of those guys. He spits out like a 7 minute mile, and he's fine. I'm like, damn, young people, like I gotta work for that pace. But he
Yeah.
started running. Then he joined a run club, and he's like this social butterfly now. He's funny as hell. And the other guy, Irv, he's like more of a peer. He's young 40s. He was he started because he was like a weightlifter. He's like this jacked guy, like one of those guys. He's huge. Looks like he could pick you up and you know. So at work we were having coffee, and he's like, yeah, you looking good, man. It's like, yeah, I run a lot now. I'm like, you obviously lift, and we started, maybe I should try lifting. And he's like, maybe I should try running. So he went. He at the gym one day when he was lifting. I think he went on the treadmill and he ran like I don't know, it was a half a mile or a mile. He came in the next day. This guy is animated, like animated. Yo, mother, what the? Yo, I was dying out there. He always says cooked. I was cooked from like a half a mile. But he's that type of guy. He's like, I'm going to do it again. Okay.
Hmm.
He was lucky. This guy hit the jackpot because I have like a shoe addiction. I have a lot of running shoes. Well, I'm not the only one. I know that. So he was
Yeah.
my size. I was like, I brought him a pair of shoes. Try these out. And he ran again. Then he ran again. Sure enough, like this probably was like in the winter. Why don't you run a 5K? We'll go with you. Oh my God. So me, him, the other guy, my other friend Yash, my wife, my son, we had a bunch of us. We went to this St. Patrick's Day 5K. And this was his first race. The fun, the energy, like he's a
Hmm.
energetic guy anyway. Like
Yeah.
he's in races, talking to people, yelling stuff out. But we all ran this race and we ran with him. And it
Hmm.
was amazing. Like,
Hmm.
and my wife, she's funny. She started calling us the pickle posse. Don't ask me why. So that's why on Strava all my headlines have like a pickle and all this other stupid stuff in it. She started calling us that, which like kind of spurred on like a group chat, which has
Hmm.
been the most deranged, funny thing. Like I couldn't let anyone read it, but it just spawned like this friendship between,
Hmm.
you know, three different people, three totally different backgrounds, different personalities. But like the three of us are like, we're so tight now. And it started with running. So there's just so many good things. And these two are also, they're training for their first marathon now in
Wow.
Atlantic City. That's why I'm running Atlantic City because I wouldn't miss this for the world. Even if I don't run with them, which I'm probably not going to, because you know they're taking the
You're
path I did. They're
faster.
doing
Yeah.
a Hal Higdon plan, just like I did for my first marathon. People can knock it all at once. It works. They're doing the novice Hal Higdon. They're getting their runs in, hopefully staying injury free, and they're going to run out. They're going to run that marathon. They're not going to have a pace in mind. They're going to, like I told them, enjoy yourself. And there's no way in the world I'm going to miss being at that finish line to watch them because
Hmm.
two non-runners, here they are, a year and a half later, whatever, just like I did, training for 26.2. And you know what? It's so addictive. So I can't wait. I can't wait to watch them cross the finish line. And then there's other people at work, my boy Nick, Tanisha, Neville, all other people that we were friends with that you could tell. Like Tanisha was talking to Irv, and still the big weightlifter. She lifts weights now. She walks now. She jogs now. The other guy, Nick, big dude, big dude. He joined a running club, is loving it. My other friend Neville, he's starting to walk every day with his wife. Where it starts, it's where it starts. But this stuff, it's awesome. It's awesome. These guys are
Yeah.
all on the beginning of their journey, and what do the kids say? I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Mhm.
And encouragement, all that stuff. It's so great to watch. Like I love it.
It is.
Like I
It is.
love it. I almost get more pleasure in watching other people succeed. It's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So I want to do this with as many people as I can and that want to. You know. So if anybody watches this and they want to start doing anything active,
Mhm.
message me on Instagram. I
Mhm.
will, whatever question. I'm not going to have all the answers because whatever, but I can be a pretty good cheerleader. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's nice because it's just not about the time or whatever. It's about the journey, you know. And if you do it with people, then it's much more nicer.
I do enjoy that about this because sometimes, like my last build for Jersey City, I had a goal in mind and it was time based. Okay. Not every race I run's time based. You know,
Mhm.
it's cool that you can have that version of running and you can also have the social because they're both
Yeah.
great for different reasons.
Mhm.
And it's pretty cool because I enjoy both of them. Like if I'm running an ultra, I don't care how long it takes me. Like
Yeah.
let's see how far this old body can go. Let's see. Time goals, yeah. Like they're cool too. Like
Mhm.
I had a goal to break 340 in the marathon this year and I ran 335 and awesome. It was awesome. It was actually, I mean, I set that goal and I didn't think I was going to break that. But man, when I got to
Here we
mile 23, 24, I was like, "Oh shit. If I don't fall down or it was awesome." Blew a kiss to my wife, like she was like a quarter mile from the finish line. My friend Irv and his wife, there was people there cheering. Man, didn't even feel my feet touching the ground. And yeah, you can accomplish crazy shit. You really can. Like I went from, and that was like a 23-minute PB
Mhm.
from the same race the year before. Crazy. I don't. It's just amazing. There's so many good little facets of this sport that you can tap into.
Mhm.
It's so cool. I
And
do have to
in
give a
this
shout
particular,
though. I got to cut you off because I have to mention I did start working with a coach,
okay.
which okay. I had goals. I was kind of lying before. I do want to qualify for Boston. Why not?
Mhm.
Though
Yeah.
it will it will not bother me if I don't, but I'm going to work for it. Yeah. But
Mhm.
Coach Christina, I think you have her scheduled to be a guest. Amazing lady. Amazing.
Mhm.
She's most people know her as just one more mile on Instagram. She's got a pretty good Instagram. She's funny as shit. But started working with her and she's like a real one. She gets it and we start working and yeah, I said every PB in every distance leading up to that marathon PB. So in training, I said 5K, 10K, half,
Yeah.
just doing time trials as she had them scheduled, a couple of times in there. And wow, nuts, nuts. But that's like the next level of
Mhm.
this addiction. Get a coach.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, when you started 440, that was
Yeah.
a marathon time, and you said you just did 340 or 330, and now the goal is to go further more, right? But there is this
Yeah.
progression from 440 to that's
Yeah.
like around 1 hour. What changed during all this? Was it because after the course you got the coach, or it is just been on like based on your training mindset that helped you like cut all of this time?
I think it takes everyone, well, some people might not even get to this, but it doesn't take days and weeks. It takes months and years.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest was staying relatively injury free, which is funny because I just got injured, but staying injury free in consistency.
Hmm.
That's really, it's not like if I go run, 8 by 800 and I do it in this time, I'm going to run a faster marathon. No, you won't. It's the, 24 months of running 30, 40 miles a week.
Yeah.
That's going to get you a faster marathon because these things, I mean, they're working and, yeah, one workout, yeah, they do help, but that doesn't, it's stack, like people say, stacking the bricks. You got to stack bricks. And that is the secret. Getting out every week. And I know for me, that's been the biggest because there's a couple races that I run yearly with my wife, with friends, ones that we just do. Not goal races, but turkey trot. This race
Hmm.
called the Spring Distance Classic. It's like a 15K, but not ones that I'm have a race plan for, a training plan for, ones that we run, but like the 15K. I mean, I went from my first year was 9 minute miles, 8:15 a mile the second year, 7:45 the third year, and this year, 2 weeks before the marathon, I ran it in like 7:28. It's not stacking bricks. You get fitter from consistency, not not magic workouts, consistency. But stuff like that. I mean, you can track these things and you'll see. Like if you're getting your ass out the door, you'll see progress.
Hmm.
Like it happens. Your body knows what it's doing. You run enough miles, your body's going to get better at running. It's
Hmm.
normal. I mean, it's not. It's not the weight loss. It's not. It's not shoes. Shoes are great though. I do love the shoes. Couldn't knock the shoes. I take that back. It is a shoe. But yeah, consistency, king, king. Stay injury free. You
Hmm.
know,
And
when I'm watching TV at night, most times I get on the floor. I do mobility crap. Nothing fancy.
yeah,
On a stretch, I foam roll. Still got Netflix on. Doesn't interrupt with that. Doesn't interrupt our binge watching, but do stuff like that. Doesn't take any time. When your coffee's brewing, do 20 air squats. Do 10 lunges. There's stuff you could do. Like there really is. And it's not like I said, there's no magic pill. The magic pill is consistency. For me at least.
and how did you get injured in that topic? Because you just brought it, I'm injured, right? So how did that happen?
I was gonna avoid talking about this. So
You-
okay,
you-
marathon PR, right?
Yeah,
Took
yeah.
actually took I took like 10 days off, I think. So that was good. I came back. I think I ran 20 miles the week after that. Then 30, 40 the one after that. Then I was gonna do a math block because I didn't want like that marathon block from December to April was intense. It was a lot of she planned a lot of really good workouts, and it was a tough training block. So I was going to run like a block of math training, just
Hmm.
real slow. But I was going to jack up my miles, and I jacked up my miles. I ran in May, I think I ran almost 300 miles. So I ran like
Oof.
60, 65, 70, 70, 65, like those 4 weeks, which it wasn't a problem, but, um, you know, stuff going on in life. I was a little stressed. I wasn't sleeping well. Wasn't recovering. I was running a lot of miles and I wasn't recovering. And I should have known better that, your body doesn't know exercise stress versus mental stress. And, I probably got hurt that way just from,
Hmm.
sleeping 5 hours a night on 70-mile weeks and working. And, so I had a little hip thing. The first time where they say if you're running and the injury feels better, it's probably something you could run through. This one, no. It this is the first time I was like, if I keep running, I'm gonna really do damage. Like I could feel that coming on. I mean, I haven't run a lot in the last. I ran June 9th was the last time I like ran. So that's it's been a
Almost a
while.
month.
So what's today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost a month. But I came back 2 days ago. I did a run walk. Still great. Beginners, injury, coming back from injury. Ran 2 minutes, walked 4 minutes. I did that for 2.5 miles or something like that, and felt good. It felt good. It was weird. It actually felt weird. All this running I do. I mean, thousands of miles in these last 4 years. Oh my god! When you stop, damn, it's the worst feeling. Like
Yeah.
it was the worst. I was like climbing the walls, but man, those are great 2 miles. It was really great. And I woke up the next day and no pain. So you know what? I'm going to run walk every other day for a
Hmm.
week or two. And if that checks out, Atlantic City's in 16 weeks. So we're going to start some kind of a training block for that. What it's going to look like, I don't know. You can't push for a PR if you're not in shape to do it, but we'll see. Stuff happens. I'm
Yeah.
optimistic. I have a really good base. So, you know,
Pace is always there with you, though. So that's the good thing is it doesn't go away, right? So you can just always build on it.
it takes it
And you can run.
it takes a while to lose fit. It takes a while to lose fitness. Longer than what people think. I can't run for a week. I'm gonna lose. No, you're not. Like you're not.
Yeah.
I didn't run for. I didn't run for like you said, almost a month, and I don't feel unfit. I just don't
Mhm.
want to do anything stupid. That's all. So,
And you like as we are talking about this running, and I find that you're so passionate, not just about you running, that you're so passionate about other people running as well and moving, right? Like your friends you talked about,
yeah.
like all this group chat and everybody. What has been the biggest success story you have helped make so far? Are those the two friends that are running marathon with you in Atlantic City in
No.
16 weeks?
You know what? Yeah, they're probably like the highlight, but every single one, they're all
Hmm.
important. I, you know, I would. I mean, I would also say, running with my wife. It's amazing. It's it's such a cool thing that you can spend time that way, doing something you both enjoy. I mean, it's awesome. So running with her, not that I got her into it. She's a fit queen anyway. I mean, but yeah, that's great. Running with my son's great for other reasons. My two boys that we did talk about, awesome. Like that just made our friendship like so. It's so cool. But the other people, just because they're at the stage they're walking right now, no less important. No less important. I want people to get out the door because you know what? Then they'll see. They'll they just need some people just need a little shove. So I wouldn't say there's a greatest success story. They're all important to me. So that's why I want to keep doing it. Build a network. I wish I could start a
Yeah.
run club. I always threaten I want to start a run club, but
Why can't you? You can do
because
it.
dude, I don't know that many people.
Oh, you don't
That
need to
takes.
know the people.
You know what? I was gonna go sit on that trail. I always said I was gonna do that. There's like a bench. I was gonna like make a big sign, hold it up. Anybody want to start a run club at this bench? I'm gonna do that now. Now that I said it on camera, I got to do that and see if anyone stops or if someone takes a
But
picture of
you,
me and posts me. Look at this crazy person. So, but yeah, I would
but
like
you
to
don't need
though.
to.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need anybody though. You can just start, and then people will start following. I'll follow you. I'll join the run club. Do it.
8 hour flight? That'd be awesome though. If I get in Berlin though, we're gonna meet.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We're gonna
You
shake
should
it up.
run Berlin. You should run
Oh, I'll
Berlin
try.
Marathon.
I apply. I applied all the majors. Nobody wants me. Like London had
I
like
don't
8 billion people this year. Like, come on. Really? Did Instagram do this? What is it? Threads? What's spurring all these people? Like you'll never you can't get into London unless you do like a charity
know.
bib. So, but whatever.
I don't
Twenty
know.
six point two is 26.2.
I got lucky
But
in
if you can make a
Berlin.
vacation around it, it'd be awesome though.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is my third time running Berlin, and I don't know. This time, like my brother and got last year. I got it last year too, so he got it this year as well. And this year, so many people running. I know, like from this podcast, too, I've met through
Yeah.
like so many
Hmm.
people, and everybody is going. It's gonna be this time. It's gonna be fun. Like it's
Oh, that's
gonna be
awesome.
interesting.
That's
It's gonna
quite the
be interesting.
hometown race you have, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Jeez,
yeah.
I got like a 1 mile like fun run in my town. You got the Berlin Marathon. That's
Marathon.
pretty nice.
It is. I like the atmosphere is nice around it because everybody is coming around, and I did Berlin half this year,
Yeah.
and it was nice
Oh,
too.
is
That
that
was
like
nice
one of the
too.
super halves?
Yeah, it
Isn't
is
that
one of the
like a new
super halves.
series,
Yeah,
super halves?
yeah, yep, yeah,
I gotta get to Europe. This is ridiculous.
yeah. Oh, there's so many of super halves too, and everybody gets sold out so fast. So you gotta be
Yeah.
quick. You gotta be quick.
Yeah.
You gotta be like, I need it. Let's go do it. But Berlin is lottery, so good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
Berlin half is
You
lottery
roll.
too, so
Roll
you
the dice.
gotta.
Take my money. One of these.
Yeah,
One of these races.
it's hard though. I tried London, like they don't want anybody. Me too. It's like
Yeah,
I think a lot of people didn't get it. Everybody was posting it on Instagram. Like, okay,
I did. Of course, you got it.
you did too. You
And
did too.
Chicago. I really want to run Chicago. Like it
Hmm.
looks. I don't know why it's so appealing to me, but I'm 0 for 3 with that one too. But whatever. Keep trying.
I
Put
haven't
your name
tried.
in there.
I haven't. I haven't tried any other one. Or Berlin is the only one. And this
Yeah.
time I tried it on London and didn't get it. So
Nobody
can't be
got it.
bothered with.
None of the
Uh,
6 people I know got in that.
you know what? I'm in a group chat with a lot of people in England too,
Yeah.
and they didn't got it too. Like most of them also didn't get in.
Who's
They're
running this
probably like
race?
50. Yeah, I don't know who's
Like all the
going. I don't know.
rejection letters, you figure you're going to turn on the television. There's going to be like 17 people on the starting line of the London Marathon. What the hell? Like, what are they doing? Like, come on.
I don't know. But there it's
Ugh.
like they said 1 million people applied. So God.
Ash, you could become an influencer. You'll get a bib that way. That's like the hot topic on the internet and in the running thing.
Uh,
Influencers getting bibs. I
I
don't
don't
touch
know.
that.
I my that is one thing. That's why I stopped posting on Instagram too. Is because it gets boring. Like before I used to post after every run.
Yeah.
Look, I did this
Nah.
kilometer, this kilometer.
No.
Now I did a weekly if I feel like it.
Yeah.
And also I like
I'm the same. You know what?
yeah,
I feel like I'm going to pick up posting more. But yeah, no, not my 6 mile easy run. I'm not going to put that on there. But
yeah.
if I feel inspired one day to turn the GoPro on, I'll do it. If
So
I got my
yeah,
friends
yeah.
around, I'll do it. I don't know.
It's a fun thing to have, content,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it will inspire, and that's what I want to do with this podcast. Is like just like your story, right? It's so inspiring and amazing because you ran when you're 46. Like it's unheard of, right? You don't know a lot of people who do that, and
No,
you're running 3:30 marathon. Come
I
on.
know. I still can't believe that. Get a good
It's like
coach. She's a good coach.
God.
You should have heard. You know, like those tracking apps. Um,
Hmm.
so she was tracking me, but this one had like you could send like a voice message to the runners. So she's originally from Texas, so she's got a little twang to her voice. You know, Chris. So she's messaging me like, blah 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 blah. You're doing great. You're doing great, but and then like getting towards the later miles, like the messages were getting like, "You got this," but it was in like the Siri voice. It was like, "Coach said you've got this," but all I heard
Yeah.
was like her southern accent. It was funny as shit. But yeah, running's great. It's just so great.
It is awesome. And for you, right? In in the last 4 days that you have run, when you started, every, like what has been the most difference that you have found in the physical aspect and the mental aspect? What's better and what's worse?
Physical is I can run forever and not get tired. Like if I go, like I do a lot of not heart rate training, but very mindful of my heart rate slash effort. Like if I don't have a workout with paces or I'm in a race, it's effort. And, after years and years, miles and miles, I know where my heart rate should be, where I'm comfortable. And, if I'm in that real zone two and, my heart rate's 130s, and I don't know, I could run forever. Like I don't know how far, but, we'll see in December. But that's kind of the, effort I'm going to go out at. But yeah, I mean, that's the physical. It's just like how your body can transform. 14-minute mile, 180 heartbeat to, wow, I don't ever get tired at this effort. Like,
Mhm.
it's so cool. And just mental. It's just, time with yourself is good out there. Like, people do, meditation, but, is this that different if you're running by yourself and birds are chirping and all that? There's nobody to talk to? That's meditation to me. Like I said, give me 3 hours and a beautiful trail, and I'll figure out all my problems or most of them. But
Mhm.
yeah, those are the two biggest for me, I would say. It's just, the transformation that you can go through. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I've asked this question to a few people, right? So
Oh boy.
why why do you run?
Why do I run?
Mhm.
That's a good, that's a tough one, Ash. Like, if I really think about that, why do I run? It's got to be. It's because it's the way it makes you feel. Like, not even past the whole sense of accomplishment thing. Once you become a runner, and you run, you're a runner. You know, 10 miles a week or 70 miles a week, you're a runner. But I don't know. I think just once you start and it clicks, it's hard to stop, and it's hard to describe. It's not the runner's high thing. It's just I don't know what I would do without it now. Like it's just
Mhm.
it just keeps me just grounded and I don't know. You can't get that on a bike. I've tried. I can't get it on in the gym. I try. It's just, it's connecting with yourself, connecting with the outdoors. It's just, in a world of staring at your phone and staring at consoles and stuff. No thanks. Like, no thank. Like, get me outside. Like I look forward to it every day. And like 4 years in, rest days, they're
Sucks.
nec- they're necessary. They're good. They do a lot of good, but nailed it. They suck. Like they
Yeah.
suck. I want to run 7 days a week. Like if I could get to that point, which who knows? Sure, maybe I will be. If I can add, I've run 6 days a week and kept my body together, so who knows? Like I typically right now and for the past few years I've run Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's worked. But if I could run 7 days a week, whoo, boy, even if it's just a 3 miler, get me out the door that day. Like I love it. Like I love it. Snow, heat, I don't give a shit. Get me outside. And I love that it made me from being a overweight couch potato to I don't want to be inside anymore. It's amazing. Amazing. Life changing. Really is.
It is. And when we start to run a marathon, and I'm sure you have gone through these phases where you are trying to run and you're running, and sometimes it's so hard, whether you are running a marathon,
They're
even
all hard.
5K, 5,
Yeah.
yeah, they are hard. And you are in this low, right? You feel like, oh, I can't do this.
hmm
So what is your mantra when you go through this low?
When it burns, when it all that, I mean, I want to stop. Shut up and keep running. Just, it's your brain. Like, I think it's been proven where your brain pulls all this bullshit before your body's actually tired. It's your brain tricking you. Like, you can push. And I've always had, well, my first three marathons, mile 23 has been my demon. The first one, not so much because it was just an easy pace. My second marathon was Atlantic City. I was on pace to break 4 hours. I got to mile 23 to the aid station, took a gel, took a sip of Gatorade, and threw up all over the place. And I was done. I went from steady 9 minute miles to, 10 to 12 minute, clunked in at 4:06. The next year at Jersey City, mile 23. I started feeling, I don't know if it's in my head now, I started feeling, oh boy, I'm out of gas. Slow down a little bit, and then this year when I had my kind of breakthrough race, even though I mean I was clicking the whole race, even on mile 23, I was clicking. It creeped in there.
Mhm.
Oh, this is where you blow up, Chris. It's mile 23. You always have, and you got to tell yourself, you know, okay, get out of your head. Just no. Just tell that little voice, no, not today. And I did it that race, and I've done it in a couple 5Ks. I'm like, dude, you're being dramatic. Push. You can do it. And you know what? If you stop, you stop. You're not paid to do this. You can
Mhm.
stop. If you blow up spectacularly. It's just a race. There's there's gonna be more. Go for it. Like go for it. Worst thing that happens is you have to try again. What if it doesn't? What if that blow up doesn't come? There you go, man. Like you're gonna have a breakthrough, and that's awesome. So
And so far, right, we have had this amazing conversation about how we can inspire other people to do running
yeah,
based on everything that we have talked so far, right? So if somebody is listening to right now and still is on the fence, right? So they're like, I want to run. Chris like did it. He ran at 46. I want to
hmm
do it too. I'm gonna go. I also want to go and do 3:30 or whatever, right? But they're on the fence. They don't want to commit. What would be your message to them?
if they're on the fence, I'm
Yeah.
gonna walk up behind you. I'm gonna push your ass up over the fence. That's gonna be my message. Kind of like your question on how do you get through when it gets tough running. Try. All you gotta do is try. If it doesn't work out, okay. But if it does, you're gonna open so many doors. You're gonna open all these great things. Like, take a chance. I'm officially middle aged now. I wish I did. I wish I started years ago, but I didn't. But you know what? I'm glad I did. My wife just walked by. She's stunning. Stunning, Ash. 30-year romance. Got to keep it like that. But yeah, new people, try. Nobody's nobody's judging you. And if they are, if someone's judging you, they're an asshole. It's that simple. Do it for you. Do it for your family. Do it. Find your why. Everybody has a why. It doesn't, it doesn't have to be important to the world. It's got to be important to you. Get out the door. You got to take a chance. Like, you know what? I'm finding out life is short. It's short. Do it. Just do it. If you don't like it, then find something else to do. Hop on a bike. You might like cycling. You might
Yeah.
be fine just walking. You can. What's wrong with that? Every weekend you go find a trail. You walk for 2 hours. So what? You're
Mhm.
outside. You're not sitting. You're not sitting on Twitter.
Yeah.
You know. So reach out to someone. Find a friend. Encourage. Even if you're a new person, find another person who doesn't do it. Hey, you want to go with me? You want to hop on this bus? You want to start this journey with me? They might say yes.
Mhm.
Then there you go. Then it's, you're never in it alone. Like I said, with Big Kev on Instagram, message the guy, message me,
Yeah.
message you. There's people out there that'll push you, who give you help, give you, whatever you need. We're no experts. We're just normal people that said yes to, that question in your head. Can I do this? Yeah, you can. You got to try. That's all.
And you have been running for 4 years, right? So what would what would you say like people would understand or appreciate about running, but they're missing on?
What are they missing on? I mean, it's hard to explain. Like we have a joke in our group chat. Like they don't know
They don't
because
know.
it's true.
Yeah.
They don't know. You spend that much money on shoes? Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Expensive.
Like your $200 handbag. You know what? My $300 carbon plate running shoes. They mean them. You don't know.
Mhm.
They don't know what this sport has tapped into you. How it makes you feel. How it makes other people feel. The sense of community. The whatever it does for you. It does so many different things for so many different people. But yeah, that's always the joke. They don't know until they stick their toe in that pool. They won't.
Mhm.
It's if you explained all these things that we talk about all the time amongst us to someone who doesn't run,
They don't
hard to
understand.
explain. You can try. It's hard to explain though.
Mhm.
I mean, a cool thing would do, drag someone to the finish line of a marathon.
Mhm.
That's easier than explaining it. Watch this for an hour. Watch these people that come through. Not the not the elites. Watch the people at the back of the pack. Watch all
Mhm.
them come through. You're going to see everything. Every person that runs by you is some kind of success story. Weight loss, running for mental health, running for a cause, running for like it moves you. It moves you. Every marathon, I try to go back after I gathered myself and watch for a little bit. It's inspiring because
Mhm.
you'll see the people leading the blind runners. People pushing wheelchairs, people pushing their daughter, pushing their elderly father. Man, It's inspiring. It's beautiful.
It
Is what
is.
it is. It's beautiful. Like the elites are great, but the people out the people, the normal people like us, like I said, every one of them is a success story. You don't know the whole story. You can see it in their face. You can feel it. You really can. It's amazing. So cool.
It is.
So yeah, I don't
And we
know.
said,
How do you get that across to somebody who doesn't run? I don't know. Something to think about, to be honest. It's a good question. I don't know. I'm going to work on that though. I'm
and
going to get back to you.
okay, we talked about this, right? 50 miles on your
Yes.
birthday.
Yes.
Now, when you think about it, what will that mean to you personally when you hit that 50 mile?
The answer from like 2 hours ago before we had technical issues is I'm going to find 100-kilometer race because that's what we do as runners. What's next? Like,
All right. So,
we'll
there,
reflect, we'll celebrate my birthday, but we're going to see what's next. That's the only logical answer I have is what's after 50 miles.
that is, I think that is what we
I'll
love to do
probably cap it
is,
at 100 miles, but I seriously though, I would love to run a 100-mile race.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah,
You know, time goals are fine, but distance is it's very intriguing to me. So,
it is.
like
And
I
the journey
mentioned,
is,
long runs are my favorite. So, I don't know.
and journey is wonderful.
It is. That's probably the best part of it is it's the process. It's the races are great. The high is great. The bling is great. Enjoying the process is gold. It's gold. It's the tops. If you enjoy training, what more do you want out of this? And I enjoy training more than anything. So, and it'll be new challenges too. I've never eaten real food during a race, which apparently I'm gonna have to do. I know at the race I signed up for, there's gonna be, there's a hot food stand. I've never eaten a pierogi running a race, but I'm going to. So, like, I look forward to that. And after the Atlantic City Marathon in October, getting ready for this 50 miler, I'm gonna have to practice with real food. So, that'll keep it always. There's always something to keep your interest peaked, and that's gonna be wild. It'll be just like training for your first marathon. What gel can I take? What nutrition? This is gonna be a whole new chapter. It's gonna be cool. Very excited, to be honest.
It is. It will be fun. Okay, so there are two things left. So there is this rapid fire. So whatever things comes to your mind when I'm asking this question. So
You really want whatever comes into my mind?
yes.
I hope you got a good edit button. Let's go. What do you got?
Favorite post long run meal.
Favorite post long run meal is, since I'm in New Jersey, a breakfast sandwich, bacon, egg on a hard roll, and chocolate milk.
Can't go wrong with that.
Definitely.
Yeah, can't go
It
wrong
used
with
to
that.
be, I had a prior one before that. This is rapid fire, but I'll talk fast. It used to be, oh my God, that like cookie and cream frappuccino from Starbucks, but that I found out it had like 1,000 calories in it.
Oh,
So,
yes.
yeah, New
Okay.
Jersey, breakfast sandwich and chocolate milk, bro. Can't beat it.
Yeah, I agree. One running shoes you swear by.
Running shoes. Asics Super Blast version 1 and 2. For if I had one shoe to do everything in, that's the shoe. Um, Adidas Adios Pro 3, first three marathons, most of my long runs still, especially the ones with pace. Probably my favorite shoe ever. Those those two.
Okay. Early morning or late night runs.
I like early morning on the weekend, but I work 6 to 2 every day, so it's afternoons for me after work.
Yeah. Best race you have ever had.
Yeah, it's got to be my marathon PB. Everything clicked. Nutrition clicked. Um, beating mental demons like I've said at mile 23, clicked.
Yeah.
Negative split the marathon, which, man, I mean, what more can you ask for? All the finish line feels, busting my goal, 23-minute PR, best race ever.
Song that hypes you pre-race.
What?
Song that hypes you pre-race. Before the race, there's a song this like pumps you up.
A song that pumps me up.
Mhm.
I got a couple. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Okay. Most
I'm a big Queen.
overrated, most overrated running advice you hear.
Where where do you start with that? Most overrated? I don't know. There there's so many. I would say ignore a lot of running advice. Just listen to your body is gold. Like you can feel things, and the more you run, the more you will feel things, and know when to rest and when not to rest. That would be what I would say. Listen to your body.
If you have chance to run anywhere, like anywhere in the world tomorrow, where would it be?
I always had a thing where I want to run the Chicago Marathon, but I would probably run I'm not a trail runner, but I would love to go to Mont Blanc and
Mm.
just be in that town because watching the finish line of those races, insane. And it's
Yeah,
beautiful. It's so beautiful there. But if I had to say like something logical, Chicago or London Marathon. Not New York. You would think New York because I'm an hour away, but I don't like heights, and there's 5 bridges in that race, and it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That's one for the therapist.
I also don't like heights, so I agree.
Oh, I hate them. Like the first mile is like the biggest bridge ever. Like no, no. If I could start on mile 2 of the New York Marathon.
All right, I think these are the other questions I had for you. So, one final last question I asked to everybody. Running has changed my life because
Yeah, it's weird because of my age. It's given me this weird new beginning. Something totally out of left field. Didn't know existed. It's just changed my perspective on a lot of things. Not just with running, but what's possible. Dreaming big dreams. Who cares what age? You know, it's just one. You got one trip around this sun, and don't waste it. That's pretty much what it's meant to me.
that is beautiful. All right, I think this is it. I think this was a very fun conversation and it's
Ash, you're
inspiring to.
awesome. This was so much fun. Like this too. Like why am I on a podcast? Like like
I
the
mean, look at
opportunity
it.
it was amazing. It was
No,
amazing.
but look at it,
Thanks to
right?
Big Kev. Thank you
The,
to Big Kev out there that
yes, he's the one
hooked us
who,
up. He's
and
such a
then
good guy. Like
it's,
I keep threatening him because he comes back to the United States. I gotta run with him. I gotta run with you now. So I guess I have to go to Germany. Is
yes,
you know,
three of us can do
that's
it.
yeah, it's gonna happen. We're gonna make it happen.
Yes. And all I have to say is that you are doing an amazing stuff because you started running at 46, you are chasing
Yep.
BQ, you are kicking
Yeah.
ass. 330 is not a joke, and you are running 50 mile on your 50th birthday. And that is what we should all take from it, that it's never too late to start something,
All
you
starts with
know?
one step. Gotta take
Yeah.
the first step. It's hard.
And
The beginning's the hardest part.
yeah,
You know, it's no different than well, things are different now, but it's no different than taking a chance, walking up to someone in a bar and asking them. You know, you got to take a leap of faith. You have to take a leap of faith sometimes. Like It's hard, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
It
So
is. And I hope that from this episode that people can take some inspiration from you because your story is really amazing and what you have done is just remarkable and
thank you.
it's inspiring and
I
I hope
appreciate that.
that when everybody listens to this and what we have done and I hope they put on that shoes and just start walking and
I
take it from there.
Anybody that listens, message me. Anything, whatever.
Yeah.
Dad jokes, some, advice that may be good or may not be, but I will listen and I will help with whatever. Like, get out. That's the message. Get outside. You won't regret it. So
All right, so this has been fun after all the technical issues we're back and we have finished the
people
podcast. So
people don't know that this took a really long time because not that great on a laptop. I'm not. I just it is what it is.
but this is a good memory.
Thank God I am this age because if I was 20, I'd be really embarrassed.
But because of what will happen,
Ish.
but this is a good story, you know, what happened now. Now every time we're going to talk, then we're going to bring up this pod. Like, remember one time we
Yeah.
did podcast and then the
Hey,
laptop was not working?
remember that time you went back and forth between two laptops because you're Jesus Christ. No, for people that are wondering, I am not in IT. Not an IT guy.
Hmm. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, and
Oh,
thank you so much for waking up early and early morning your time to do this podcast, and I really appreciate you. And I hope to talk to you again after your 50th. Let's do it.
told you. We're gonna be best friends. You just don't know it yet.
Yes.
It's gonna
Yeah.
happen.
All right.
Thank you so much, Ash. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I'm going to be looking forward to that race report after 50th, and we can talk about it how we do it.
Absolutely.
All right. All right. So have a
All
good
right.
evening and see you next
Thank
time.
you.
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye.
Hey everyone, thank you for making it to the end of the podcast. I hope you really enjoyed this conversation. I'll see you again next time with another guest. Until then, happy running.